are fired up and ready.
Hey, that was weak. We want y'all to get hype around here. There we go. You're around acting like De'Vondre Campbell.
Why? Jumping ahead just a little bit, we have to go through the details of an excruciatingly boring game first before we get to the ridiculousness that ensued. Here we go. Thursday night football. Massively important game in the NFC West. Matthew Stafford, Rams. Brock Purdy, 49ers. Midway through the third, tied at 3. Niners on a 3rd and 10. Deebo Samuel wants more targets.
Deebo Samuel has to make this play. You can't talk cash crap and drop cash money. When you go across the middle, they're counting on you, Deebo Samuel. That's why you get paid the big bucks.
Couldn't have handed it to him any better. Niners kick a field goal. They're up 6-3. Early fourth, tied at 6. Stafford, this was the biggest play of the night for Puka Nacua.
This is a huge play. Puka Nacua leads into Tarvarius Ward, then breaks off from, goes up, strong catch. Great throw by Matthew Stafford.
It led to another field goal, as everything did last night. 9-6. Next Niners drive. Late fourth quarter, 2nd and 11. Purdy picked.
You have a double move here. Great play by Williams. He stays on the top. Purdy just forces the ball in to Jawan Jennings. A mistake by the normally careful Brock Purdy.
6 seconds left. One last chance for the Niners, and they don't even get it off. I wonder if Matt Eberflus was watching as they sent the house. The bottom line of it is just don't let him throw the ball. And they didn't let him throw the ball. They blitzed on the Hail Mary. And the Rams win at 12-6. I still haven't gotten over that play.
Noted.
Frankly, neither have they. But that's a whole other story. So the Rams get the win last night. They are now the favorites to win the NFC West, according to ESPN Bet. Seattle currently in that first place spot. They're heading into a crucial game against the Packers this weekend. Week 15 is fascinating, but nothing more interesting may happen than our sidebar story last night. That man, De'Vondre Campbell, second half of this game last night with injuries piling up. The Niners needed the veteran linebacker to come in the game, and he refused to enter the game, refused to go in, then headed to the locker room with a towel over his head long before the game was over. Here were some of his teammates' reactions afterward.
I don't like distractions on the sideline. I think that's ignorant, and I think it's just dumb. It's just stupid. One person making a selfish decision, and I've never been around anybody that's ever done that, and I hope I'm never around anybody that does that again.
For him to do that, that's some sucker stuff to me, in my opinion. Like, probably gonna get cut soon, so it is what it is with that.
Okay, and they were among many, and Kyle Shanahan reacting as well. And so I think we do have the perfect sort of cross-section of opinion here with different people. We have someone who's covered the game for a long time. We have a general manager, and we have two guys who played in the game. Let's start, Bart, if I can, with you. Yes. De'Vondre Campbell refuses to go into the game. There are particular circumstances of where he was in regard to this team in this game.
I'm not defending the action. Simply what I'm doing is providing perspective of what the mindset may have been for De'Vondre Campbell. Now, remember, this is a former All-Pro, a very prideful player in this league. He can't come in and he knew that he was a one-year rental. He's balled out. You talk about he's second on the team in tackles. I know he's slightly behind Fred Warner with 75 tackles. Now, his week probably went like this. Okay, Greenlaw is back healthy. He's going to start. Like, football is all about competition and getting what you've earned. He probably felt that he's earned the right to continue to be the starting linebacker, but all of a sudden now he's relegated throughout the week to looking at cards and being part of the look team, right? That's demoralizing for a prideful man that feels like he's a starter in this league and he has played at a high level. So now it's the third quarter, and now you guys need me. He probably has been fighting eternally with himself whether he wanted to play all week, and I'm sure his agent was saying, hey, be a professional, do what you're supposed to do, and he got caught up in the emotions of things that now you want me to come play and save you guys after you guys basically told me that I'm a stepchild, right? Everybody that spoke in that meeting, when you talk about Kittle, you talk about Ward, they're there for the long term. You just told me that I was a rental car. It's one thing to know that. It's another thing to see it and have to receive that in real time.
So that's your perspective on perhaps why it may have gone the way that it went. RC, what is your perspective?
Don't give a damn about none of that, right? Because it is a competition, right? It is a competitive sport. And part of competitive sports is it's not only about what you have done as an individual, but the guy you're competing against. And I'm not talking about the Los Angeles Rams. I'm talking about Dre Greenlaw. As great as Fred Warner is, everyone in that locker room felt like Greenlaw was actually the heartbeat of this defense. He's the heartbeat of this team. When you watch the beginning of that game, there was no player that popped more than number 57. So if you're De'Vondre Campbell, you have to be able to see that, right? And you also miss the fact that if I'm De'Vondre Campbell, I'm not only playing to show that I can be a valuable part of the San Francisco 49ers, I'm playing so I can show to Mike Tannenbaum, who may be over in New York or who may be over in Miami, that I can be a valuable piece to their locker room. That it's not just about my former all-pro years and what I can do on the grass. It's about the leadership that I can provide in the locker room. It's about having some sort of football integrity, some sort of football character. And for people like us, Bart, right, the people that weren't entitled to anything, the people that were cut off of football teams, the people that nobody called on draft day, my big thing, right, my big thing to say freak you, or my big thing to say that I'm better or you not treating me the right way was to go out and ball. Was to go out and say, now put the film on, look at 57, look at 59, and tell me who played better. And what he also has to remember, he has no deposits into the San Francisco 49ers emotional bank account. Dre Greenlaw has all of those deposits. If you remember when that man was running off the sideline and tore his Achilles, not only were the San Francisco 49ers dejected, the first thing number 15 of the Kansas City Chiefs said on the other side is Dre Greenlaw's down. That's the sort of man that you were replacing, and you did a good job.
Because I want to make sure I get you to the right place here. The circumstances are what the circumstances are. The circumstances also don't have to make a damn bit of difference. He was an NFL player on a roster who dressed for the game, and then when his team needed him, didn't go in. Does all the rest of it make any difference?
In my opinion, as a brotherhood, he should never play again.
Ever again?
Ever again? Why would you want him on your team?
So you're going to judge him in his I have a hard time judging a man in his worst moment. It's been worse atrocities that happened on a football team than him refusing to go in. Well, so Deontay Johnson should never play again.
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Why would I want him on my team?
But I think there's something much more fundamental just to take you into decision making, guys. So